Okay, dito ako. Biglang gano'n. Dito ako sa harapan dahil ako'y magbibideo. Ang lamig.
Mamaya mag-umaminin tayo.
Diyos ko po, parang awa na nila. Hinaan nila.
We have one thing to show you since we have Tomiyama-san here tonight, who used to be the program manager for Mazda 2, and so tonight he's going to be here for the presentation of a surprise product which was supposed to go into the Philippines Auto Show next week. So here to present to you is the surprise.
Let's hear a few parting words from Mr. Stephen Fan.
This trophy to Mazda and Gajah ladies.
Who champion the brand, so we would like to call the following people to join the group on stage for a photo. Mr. Anthony Chang, ANC Group, Mr. Jim Ed, President, Mazda Green Hills, Mr. Paulo Romeo and Mr. Andy Romeo, Auto Zuzu Incorporated, Mr. Levi Laos and Mrs. Seth Velasco of Laos Group Companies, Mr. Willie T. Penn and Mr. Danny Chua of Auto Hub. Thank you very much. Good evening, members of the media, dealers, and distinguished guests. Welcome to the Mazda Thanksgiving Party. To formally welcome you to this event, we have the President and CEO of Mazda Philippines, Mr. Stephen Tan.
Good evening. So good to see all of you again. I haven't been out for a while, so it's nice to come out and meet all you guys this evening. A few people to mention tonight that I really want to introduce all of you. First public appearance by Shirlene Ko since the birth of the baby girl, right? And I want to thank Ma'am Ted for bringing Popom, right? That's really special. I I haven't seen Popo since quite a while back, so I was really, really happy and meaningful to see him. And I remember this happy birthday. He said no, but happy birthday to Attorney Robbie Kusunhi. I know you said, yeah, come on, don't say that. But I want to mention that. And we have a few special guests, and you know my boss, Dato Sri Ben, is right there. Just came in. We just arrived from a week in Hiroshima, and we met some very interesting gentlemen, which I will introduce. The Mazda Corporation just did a restructuring, and there's a new office called the ASEAN Business Office. And I'd like to introduce to one of the general manager of the ASEAN Business Office, is Mr. Fujihashi. And a very special gentleman we invited to this event today, and the meaning of, you saw that video on Sky Technology. This was the first time I learned about Mr. Tomiyama-san, right? Mr. Tomiyama-san, in 2007 started this project called the Mazda Sustainable Zoom Zoom. That was a while back, that was like almost 10 years back. Sustainable Zoom Zoom eventually became Sky Active Technology. So he's really the father of Sky Active Technology in bringing all this technology together. And he's also the program manager of a Japan Car of the Year and the Philippines Car of the Year. Can you guess which car was that last year? The Demio of the Mazda 2, he's the man. He's the program manager. Also, first time in Philippines together with Fujihashi-san, first time in Philippines. So we're very honored and proud and privileged here. Thank you, Mr. Tomiyama-san. Sitting next to Tomiyama-san is Hoshi-san. Hoshi-san hails from Bangkok. That's where the Mazda Southeast Asia office is. So Hoshi-san, we're very happy, and I'm also a little sad, by the way, right? I'm very happy Hoshi-san joined us. But Hoshi-san is taking over the job of Saito-san. Everybody knows Saito-san. I'm not crying, I'm just wiping my glasses. When Saito-san, after five years, almost 6 years, so long that we begin to talk in Thai like Sawadee Krap. Sawadee Krap. Yeah, so Saito-san is moving back to Japan, and he wouldn't tell me what job is he taking, but I'm sure he's going to move to a very important position. But we are very, very lucky to have Hoshi-san to take that position. And also tonight is it's about JD Power. We have some guests from JD Power from the regional office. We have Loic. And we have Siegfried. And they just came in today, but I believe that Siegfried is going to be doing a Loic presentation in a little while on JD Power. So we had the honor of Mazda brand being ranked as the #1 in customer service index for this year. So I am applauding because the JD Power customer service index has everything to do with our business partner, our dealer principal. And with that, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Anthony Cheng, sitting there. Can you please take a stand? Mr. Paulo Borromeo. I'll do a little plug. If you go out to the main road, look to your left, and that's Paulo New Store, which is Mazda Makati. Right there. I will also introduce Auto Hub Mr. Chua, Danny Chua. Mr. Jun Pei from CATS. Everybody knows Mr. Laos. No introduction necessary. Andrea Borromeo. Beautiful daughter of Mr. Laos Lisette. And I will also introduce the handsome husband, Dino. Okay, so and with that I think I've introduced almost everybody, and importantly my friends from the press, and I'm always very happy to see you. And I got a selfie done today with Neil. So you sit up because I said he's not doing enough selfie nowadays. Okay, so the program goes on. It's really not about Stephen or it's about Mazda brand. It's about the dealership getting the CSI. So I'll let the program goes on.
Mazda Philippines was the big winner in J.D. Power's 2016 Philippine Customer Service Index. Out of 11 brands, Mazda came out first in J.D. Power's study that measures new vehicle owner satisfaction with the after-sales service process. To discuss in greater detail what J.D. Power is and the process behind the selection of Mazda as this year's top brand, we have the Senior Manager of J.D. Power, Mr. Loen Pian.
Good evening. And first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Tan and Percaya Auto Philippines for inviting us to this auspicious event. On behalf of J.D. Power, it is my honor and my pleasure to celebrate today the outstanding performance of Mazda brand and network in the 2016 edition of J.D. Power's syndicated Philippines Customer Service Index study, which is also known as the CSI study. As you may not all of you know about J.D. Power, let me just tell you a few words about who we are. Established by our founder of the same name nearly 50 years ago, J.D. Power has now become a global leader in marketing, consumer intelligence, and data and analytics. Firstly known by our expertise in customer satisfaction measurement in the US automotive industry, J.D. Power has grown today to become part of the top 25 international market research companies and an expert in capturing the voice of the customer across a variety of industries, so beyond automotive and other markets. Today, J.D. Power operates in more than 30 countries with 18 offices across North and South America, Europe and Asia, and we conduct annually millions of consumer interviews. Besides annual benchmark studies, which we call syndicated studies, such as the CSI, which we are discussing today, but also the SSI study, which you may have heard of. This is the Sales Satisfaction Index study, which is also available in the Philippines and was recently released. J.D. Power also offers various proprietary research solutions, consulting services, as well as training and coaching programs. Working closely with leading manufacturers and brands such as Mazda, these activities support our clients' needs and continuous efforts to improve customer satisfaction, create customer delight, so that means go the extra step, go beyond mere customer satisfaction, and ultimately increase brand loyalty and advocacy. The CSI study is probably the most well-known of all of J.D. Power studies, and certainly the one which is available in the largest number of markets worldwide. The CSI study measures satisfaction of recent car buyers with their most recent after-sales service experience at an authorized service center of their vehicle brand. The study helps identify key drivers of service satisfaction and provides detailed performance analysis of each brand included in the sample across key satisfaction attributes, performance indicators, as well as service standards, loyalty, and advocacy metrics. More specifically, and I apologize for the technical details here, but just to give you a few of those details to understand the depths to which we go to release these results. Specifically, so the 2016 Philippine CSI study surveyed more than 1,800 car owners in the Philippines who brought their vehicle in for service at an authorized service center between a period that goes, you can see behind me, between August 2015 and May 2016, so earlier this year. And those customers are recent buyers who had purchased and received delivery of the new vehicle anytime between 1 to 2 years prior to the date of the interview. So the CSI study really looks at recent buyer experience with after-sales service. So among all these 800 plus 838 precisely customers that we've interviewed nationwide in the Philippines, 85 of them were Mazda customers. So 85 individual car owners, Mazda car owners, including Mazda 2 owners, Mazda 3, BT50, and CX-5 owners. Overall, the study includes respondents from not only Mazda, but in general, all 11 leading vehicle brands in the Philippines. All customers were recruited using random intercept methodology, so we do not use databases, for example, to collect, to run these interviews. It's purely independent and random. And all our respondents are interviewed face-to-face by our mandated interviewers, so everywhere in the Philippines. I also want to stress that J.D. Power implements strict quality control measures to ensure completely independent, unbiased, and accurate data collection. This is very important to us and is the foundation of our syndicated research. This includes revalidation of respondents' identity and responses through both internal and third-party audits, which is something of a unique methodology which has been developed over the years by J.D. Power. The 2016 Philippine CSI study finds that service initiation has gained considerably in importance in this market, and as you can see on the chart behind me, now accounts for about 26%, relatively speaking, of course, of overall satisfaction. So when we look at all these different satisfaction attributes that we cover in our study, and which basically cover all aspects of the service process from initiation through the service delivery and service quality, of course. However, despite the fact that service initiation is now the most important factor, the study finds that it is also the lowest rated area. Trying to arrange a service visit with ease was actually the main pain point for customers we interviewed this year, as they somehow fight to get a time slot when coming in for service. You can also notice the relative importance of service quality has also improved, yet to a lower extent. So as service volumes increase rapidly in the Philippines, boosted by the demand from a lot of first-time buyers, dealer capacity issues start to appear and service queues are getting longer. Despite the fact that we see more service reminders being sent to customers across the industry, the actual number of service appointments has not increased. And as a result, we still see from our data that 60% of customers are walk-in customers still in the Philippines. So this exacerbates the capacity crunch at dealerships. Nevertheless, customers with an appointment are found to be much more satisfied, and in particular with service initiation. A large percentage of owners, 71% to be precise, also are found not to stay at the dealership while their vehicle is being serviced, which adds additional pressure on the already cramped dealer facilities, especially in dense urban areas such as Metro Manila. Among the all-know, Mazda performs highest for the first time since the study's inception, with a CSI score of 845. So I would like to congratulate Mazda for this outstanding performance. In addition, it's not shown on the chart, but let me tell you that not only Mazda performs best of all, but also performs best of the industry across all 5 CSI factors included in the survey this year. You can actually see that on the right side. I apologize, it's actually seen there on what we call these power circle ratings, which represent brand performance across all the key factors of the study, and this is available on our website if you want to have a look for yourself. In addition, a few additional findings to share with you tonight. Interestingly, Mazda, along with Ford, is the only make to have improved from last year in CSI, while satisfaction across the industry, partially for the reasons I mentioned earlier, has actually dropped overall by 15 points from last year. So as you can see behind me, overall service satisfaction for the industry averages 822 points, down from 837 last year. And the decline is observed across the board. But more particularly, we see a greater drop on service facility, which has dropped 24 points, which is quite significant for us, indicating that the large influx of customers into the service centers is straining capacity. Performing well in JD Power studies is not a recognition from us, from JD Power, but rather it is actually a recognition from your customers themselves. They are the one giving the ratings, not JD Power. We are merely reporting those results. So increasing the proportion of highly satisfied customers through delivering a better than anticipated service experience is essential to boost customer advocacy, both for individual dealers, but also for the brand as a whole, as well as efficiently increase customer retention post-warranty. Behind me you can see a few examples of the media buzz generated by the study release in the Philippines. All that to say that attention, focus on customer needs, and trustworthy advice are essential and should be improved in order to increase customer engagement to the service center and the brand. In the study, just to finish by one interesting figure, we also found that only 1/3 of customers are currently being recontacted after service to check if the work was performed up to their satisfaction. So, personally, I think this may be a first area to look at to further improve. By that I mean start collecting customer feedback more systematically and more regularly. So once again, very warm congratulations to Mazda and Bajaya Auto Philippines for this fantastic achievement materialized by this 2016 J.D. Power Philippines After Sales Service Customer Satisfaction Award. Thank you very much.
To formally receive the top award of the J.D. Power Asia Pacific 2016 Philippine Customer Service Index Study to Mazda Philippines, we have the following. Dado Sri Van Yo, Executive Director and CEO, Burmaz Motor.
This trophy to Mazda and Bajaya Philippines.
Who champion the brand, so we would like to call the following people to join the group on stage for a photo. Mr. Anthony Cheng, AMC Group. Mr. Jim He, President, Mazda Greenhouse. Mr. Paulo Romeo and Mr. Andy Romeo, Auto Zuzu Incorporated. Mr. Levi Laos and Mrs. Seth Mr. Willie T. Penn and Mr. Danny Chua of Auto Hub.
We have one thing to show you since we have Tomiyama-san here tonight, who used to be the program manager for Mazda 2. And so tonight, he's going to be here for the presentation of a surprise product which was supposed to go into the Philippines Auto Show next week. So here to present to you is the surprise.
this new model to be. Nowadays, all around the world, vehicles are available in all shapes and sizes, including wagons, minivans, SUVs, and so on. Each type and size of vehicle brings with stereotypes about how it should be used and the standard owner's lifestyle. With the CX-3, we dispose of those stereotypes to create a new car that offers crossover of lifestyles, which is perfectly suited to this new era. The mission in development was to create the standard for the new era. Our aim was to make a car that could be used anywhere and in any way to support the customer's active and creative lifestyle. We aim to make CX-3 a new core model, which will contribute to Mazda's future growth. Our target customers are active young couples and families. The CX-3 has 4 key values: design and styling, packaging, driving dynamics, brushless defined equipment. First, let me talk about design. For the CX-3, we aim for a powerful presence that defines the car's class. The theme for design was
this new vehicle, we have the CX-3 Program Manager, Product Division, Mazda Motor Corporation, Mr. Michio Noyama.
Hello everyone, I'm Michio Tomiyama, Program Manager of CX-3. Today, I would like to talk about the concept and overview. CX-3 is very new nameplate for the Mazda brand. If we must categorize CX-3, I guess it would be a crossover SUV. However, during development, we never intended the model to fit into the conventional category. In other words, while our intention was either an SUV version of this space, attention was paid to every detail from combining material and colors to the look of the stitching. The second point is packaging. The model features stylish proportion thanks to the latest model design, but we secure enough space and aim for ideal package. Next, let me talk about seating position. In order to achieve ideal seating position, we set up 3 targets. First, a higher position for good visibility. Second, a cabin that promotes conversation among drivers and passengers. Third, adequate higher for easy entry and exit. Of course, the CX-3 also provides an ideal driving position. This is something we have focused on in all our new generation models. CX-3 provides an ideal driving position for any driver, such to an optimized pedal layout, and steering wheel and seat adjustment. The third point is driving dynamics. The CX-3 takes Mazda's traditional responsive Jinba-Itai driving feel and aim for an even higher quality drive. The CX-3 comes with the ASTIG.PH 2.0. The engine is linear and provides a relaxed acceleration feel. The ASTIG.PH 2.0 is also available in Mazda 3 and other larger models. In both excellent fuel economy and linear driving performance. We put this 2.0 retail change in the CX-3 to give customers good torque response in both inner city driving and on the highway. The CX-3 features the Skyactiv Drive automatic transmission, which provides four advantages. First, it improved fuel economy by 4 to 7%. Second, it gives quick and direct shifting like a manual. Third is smooth and powerful acceleration. And fourth is smooth and vibration-free shifting. Now, I would like to introduce our new all-wheel driving system called iActive All-Wheel Drive. CX-3 adapts this high-performance system to models such as CX-5. iActive All-Wheel Driving key feature is its front wheel slip prediction system. The system analyzes 27 different data channels, including factors like outside temperature and steering angle, 200 times per second. That means 20 to 30 times in the blink of an eye. This intelligent system can predict when the front tire is going to slip and transfer torque to rear wheel before it happens. Define formation Mazda focus on optimized torque distribution to minimize energy loss given the current road conditions. The result is dramatically improved fuel economy and performance on any road surface. In other words, the driver can enjoy precise, intuitive and seamless Jinba-Itai driving in any kind of road condition. Plus, now there is no need to give up the stability of all-wheel drive due to poor fuel economy performance. The CX-3 adapts the Skyactiv chassis. Was from the caster angle is inclined toward the rear for maximum effect, providing excellent straight line stability. For the rear suspension, the torsion beam has a higher mounting position so that never absorbs impact when the vehicle drives over the bumps on the road. The factors enable the CX-3 to offer the good feeling to security and high quality and drive feel. A Skyactiv body is light but realizes high level of crashworthiness and rigidity. Using the latest analysis techniques, we test over 100 different ways to add reinforcement to the most effective parts of the body. By doing this, we were able to maintain damping and increase rigidity at the same time. The body of the CX-3 resists twisting and damping input at the same time. That helps realize a peaceful and linear response to the driver's input. The fourth point is classless, defining advanced equipment. The 6.3 adopts the head-up cockpit concept, which puts the highest priority on safety. It helps the driver take the optimal driving position for operation and visibility. Command and control is easy to use while concentrating on the driving. And driving display allows the driver to check necessary information at the glass. The 7-inch center display improves readability. It can be checked safety with a minimum amount of eye movement. In addition, we also have the MZD Connect new generation car connectivity system, so that the driver can safely enjoy a variety of information in the car. The CXC also offers excellent safety performance, so that customers can enjoy driving in any seat. I believe the CXC will continuously inspire your lifestyle in more ways than you can imagine. I hope customers enjoy driving the car and feel it creates a standard for the new era. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michio Koyama. We would now like to invite the following people on stage for a group photo with the all-new Mazda CX-3. Dado Sri Van Yeo, Executive Director and CEO, Burma's Motor. Mr. Minoru Fujihashi, General Manager.